Hello grade 8 learner, welcome to our math video lesson where we will be discussing how to identify the corresponding congruent parts that will satisfy the SSS Congruence Postulate. This lesson is based on the K-12 curriculum learning competency. The learner illustrates the SSS Congruence Postulate. It's another great day to learn, so prepare your pen, paper, and module as you start watching and learning from this video lesson. Refer to your Quarter 3 math module entitled Triangle Congruence Postulates for this example. Let us name the corresponding congruent parts that will satisfy the SSS Congruence Postulate to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST. To begin, let us observe. Identify the corresponding vertices in the triangles that we will follow to correctly name the parts. We observe that vertex A in triangle ABC corresponds to vertex R in triangle RST. Following that, we see that vertex B corresponds to vertex S, while vertex C corresponds to vertex T. Let us process what we know. The SSS triangle congruence postulate can be used to show that two triangles are congruent to each other. It is satisfied when three sides of one triangle are shown to be congruent to the corresponding three sides of another triangle. Once the postulate is satisfied, we can say that the two given triangles are congruent. Let us solve the problem. To satisfy the SSS congruence postulate, we need to identify three pairs of congruent sides in the triangles. We follow the corresponding vertices in naming and marking with hash marks the congruent pairs of sides, given that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST. Thus, we have line segment AB congruent to line segment RS. Line segment BC is congruent to line segment ST. Finally, line segment CA is congruent to line segment TR. Now that we've named three pairs of congruent sides, let us state our conclusions. To satisfy the SSS congruence postulate, we identified the following congruent parts. One pair of congruent sides, line segments AB and RS. A second pair of congruent sides, line segment BC and ST. And a third pair of congruent sides, line segments AC and RT. These three pairs of sides prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST by SSS postulate. As alternate answers, you may follow a different order from the answer given here, but as long as you show that all sides of both triangles are corresponding and congruent to each other, you have satisfied the SSS postulate. Congratulations for finishing this video lesson. Now apply what you've learned by answering the activities in the activity sheet. Happy learning! We'll see you again in our next video lesson.